David Boland from Racing's Inside Track, and I'm joined by Shark Hanlon here this morning. You're busy with plenty of horses?
Yeah, we have plenty of young horses. We have an awful lot of young horses around this year. It's the first time ever. We haven't that many for the track for the winter, but we have nice young horses for pint to pint. And we're going to have probably 23, 24 4-year-olds, and we'll probably have the same 3-year-olds for next February and March.
Watching some of them schooling there up in Dunninga gallops, and some very nice 4-year-olds you have.
Yeah, I have nice 4-year-olds. I have a few nice horses that I didn't run last year. We got a good few horses last year sold at the beginning of the year, and they paid for the rest of them. And the kind of the way it is with me, I had them ones kind of left with the other ones paid for them. So we let him off and brought him back, and yeah, I'm delighted I've done it now, because I know it's a long time to have to wait, but just the same, the time does the horses good.
Do you find that this is the way to go for you now? Keep a smaller bunch for the track and concentrate on the younger horses, point to point?
We love the racing. There's no point in saying we don't. We love racing. It's just that it's tearing money. You can love a lot of things that you might earn money out of, but tearing money, you have to have point to pointers. The track horses, like, is lovely, but you haven't got enough. You want it's a big game. It's a big game. You want to have 40 or 50 before to pay, and all I have for the track, I suppose, is 10 or 12 for the winter there.
I'm seeing your other yard that you're after building as well for the younger horses, so it's all going well now.
Yeah, I built the yard this year for the younger horses. I have a bundle of brood mares, and we have yearlings and 2-year-olds, and in a couple of years' time I'd be hoping I wouldn't have to buy as many 3-year-olds, that I'd be breeding my own stock. If I try and buy a few foals again this year for the new yard, and it's just the 3-year-olds have got so expensive, and with them gone expensive, you have to think about what. So I'm going to buy foals and have them as 3-year-olds.
And you're very lucky then, you have plenty of good riders right now for you as well then.
Yeah, we're after having no scarcity in staff, thanks be to God, this year. We have a lot of good staff, and lucky enough to have Rachel Blackmore and Brian Hayes there, and Richie Harden comes up every Tuesday to school the pint to pointers. So on a Tuesday is a busy day around here. We work kind of all the horses, and we school all the horses, so it's a busy morning.
You're very lucky then to have Dunninga Gallop so close to you then as well.
Dunninga Gallop is unreal. Like, it's a very good gallop. You know, I have to know how to ride it, and it's a very good gallop. There's a schooling ground in it. I have my own schooling ground over 4 or 5 fences, and then we go to Dunninga, we work the horses, and when we're finished work, we just let pop over 4 hurdles and 2 chase fences. So it works out very well in Dunninga. I'm lucky I'm so near Dunninga. A lot of people have to gain to put horses into a lorry and drive them here, more expenses, and drive them there. But like, at Dunninga is only down the road from me. We walk down again they get down, they're warmed up, again they get home, they're cooled off. So it's brilliant. So it is.
Like you said, you're very lucky having Brian Hayes and Rachel Blackmore. Rachel, a sensation, champion conditional. You pushing her to turn pro, it's worked out ideal for everybody. It's
unreal, because I never dreamt myself that it would work out as good as what I did. But listen, she's a very, very hard worker, and she deserves everything she gets, as she does. She started here with me a couple of years ago, and herself and Brian are going out now, and she's robbing Brian's ride, so I'd hate to be in the house some nights.
Well, here we are back up in Dunninga again to watch 3-year-olds this lot. If there was a couple of horses that 4-year-olds for people to look out for on the point-to-point track, if I was to ask you for 1 or 2, which 2 would you?
I have Rob the Hare. He won a point-to-point last year, so he did. He runs next week, and I think he's very good. He worked this morning there with Hidden Cyclone and Camden, and he split the 2 of them, so I think they'll be good enough to go in as winners.
Surely would.
And Rob the Getaway is a horse that I gave a run to last year. He was a big, weak horse. Then I got a few horses sold, and I put him out in the field, and I think he's a nice 4-year-old as well. And let's see, now we have a couple of stowaway fillies that I like. Speaking of the Devil is a horse there that I think he'll win his 4-year-old pint to pint. So they're like you know, the like of them, you'll always have a few that'll come through every year. So you will have a stowaway horse, Glenrua. Just got himself a little knock the other day. He should be running this weekend, but he got himself a knock the other day, and he's put back probably maybe till Christmas now. But I think he's a very smart horse. He's a 4-year-old. I think he's a very smart horse.
So you had a very nice die-on horse, and they're starting to do very well at the minute as well.
They are a nice die-on horse here. I bought off Dick Frisbee, and yeah, I think he's he's only a 3-year-old, but I think he's a little bit special. So he is. Like this morning there, you saw him working with the 4-year-olds. Yeah. It's very hard to have a 3-year-old that you buy in June, July, that forward to work with 4-year-olds. But he's after stepping up the ladder and have a Mazarov horse as well. And he's only 3, and he's working with the 4-year-olds there this morning as well. So it's great to have 1 or 2 early for the beginning of the year.
And Hidden Cyclone, how is he?
Super. He runs a Punchestown next week, and Camden runs a Punchestown next week. So looking forward to him. Listen, Hidden Cyclone has actually been a superstar. You couldn't dream of a better horse over the years. I've been so lucky to have him, and the like of Luska Lad, Trucker's Delight, Shamia. Every year we're able to see him, or every second year we're able to pull a good one through, and have another horse there. He's a brother of Hidden Cyclone, another Cyclone, and he got hurted with me a year and a half ago, and he's back on the go there now, and I think he's the next Hidden Cyclone.
Good. Well, listen, Shark, thanks very much for this morning, and best of luck throughout the year.
Well done, thank you.